Welcome to the social space, everybody, a.k.a. the Robert Steinberger Show.
There we go.
Yes, it is. We're happy to be here. We're clapping. Yay, everybody. Yeah. All right. I'm Chris Horgan. That's Jackie Hager. There's Andrew Bell. And this is Robert Steinberger, who we have informally, unofficially named this show after.
There we go.
So we got to thank our sponsors because they are very, very important to this show. So we got to thank our friends at Four Stars Auto Ranch in Henrietta, great folks there. Our good friends at Falls Truck Centers, our buddies at News Channel 6, and our friends at Town Square Media. Thank you all for your support. We can't do it without them. Because somebody's got to, pick up the tab for this expensive group.
I just want to make notice that I'm sitting amongst three men who are all fathers. So happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's Father's Day Sunday. I hope everyone had a great day today celebrating Father's Day.
What a day.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a fun fact today? We didn't talk about this before.
You know what?
Good.
It's a teaser.
Oh.
You call this a teaser.
I love it.
Four Stars Auto Ranch has great news coming up. There's always something going on out at Four Stars. And our friends at Four Stars are just working on a big project. And I'm hoping to be able to announce that next week. So it's called a teaser, Chris. So get ready because it's exciting.
Tune in next week. We'll find out.
Big news.
All right. Let's get to it.
Let's get on it.
It is Father's Day. So we have a guy here who is a pretty impressive father, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think so, but my daughter's over there. You got to ask her.
Well, I'm going to in a minute. I'm sure she's going to tell us all about it. Tell me first how you became a dairy farmer in Windthorst, Texas. What's the story behind that?
Well, I was raised on a dairy farm, and I always loved cows.
Okay.
And I always loved to show cows.
Okay.
You can ask her.
Yeah.
I'm 83 years old, and I still get out there and lead the cows.
I love it.
That's awesome.
And love it.
Yeah.
And I love to go up there and just get all them top honors, And we got a whale of a set of cows out there.
I bet.
Good cows. So I've been through 3 or 4 generations of dairymen, and they've changed. That we've had a good life.
That's
You
awesome.
literally have milk in your blood.
But I got
Somehow.
I got more beer.
Well, there's no such thing as a beer farm, though. Wouldn't that be nice if there was, though? What a great life that would be.
Oh my gosh, I was expecting that answer as soon as you said it. Well, now you guys can figure out why we had my dad on the show because of Father's Day. And my dad gets up early in the morning, and he doesn't come in till dark 30, and he works so hard. But Dad, you and my mom have had 5 kids. You have 12 grandchildren, and now you have 9 great-grandchildren and 1 more on the way. So can you describe to us what all of those generations of kids mean to you?
Well, yeah, it's a pretty good question there. Now, really, I love to start with my children. And then the grandchildren's next, and the great-grandchildren.
Yeah.
And I just hope that I live long enough to have 1 great-great-grandchildren.
Oh, wow.
It's possible.
So, I still got a little while to go. We're not giving up.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
And I ain't giving up that milking either. We're
Don't
still
you-
going to
don't.
be milking cows.
Don't. That's what's keeping you going, man.
We're, we've got a relative, a large dairy out there. We milk something like 1,200 cows a day. We sell 2 tanker loads of milk a day. We just enjoy it. It's lots and lots of work, lots of problems.
Yeah.
But we got good labor, and we really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I got great kids, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren.
Yes, sir.
That makes it better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bobby, I have a question for you.
Let's have it.
Okay. In the scheme of life, I'm still kind of a new father. I still, I have my youngest is 6, but as you've watched your kids grow up and seen these grandchildren, now great-grandchildren, what advice would you give to like a new father? Because I still can't figure this deal out.
Well, I hope you think a lot of your wife and your children. And all I can tell you is get to work, because it's going to take a lot of money.
Yes.
There's one thing about it. There's none of them cheap.
That's right.
So enjoy it. That's
Yes,
all I
sir.
can say. Enjoy the kids and the grandchildren.
Yes, sir.
One of the things I felt like you've always taught all of us was the grit and grind of everyday work. But I I have to say this. One of my favorite things about you is that our Windthorst community is so close, and you get up every day. And in the course of a year, Dad, no less than 3 or 4 times, someone will snap a photo of you at the grotto and text it to me and go, I saw your dad again this morning at the grotto. What magic happens at that grotto that you go to every day?
I really can't answer that. I've been so pleased with the marriage and the children and the life, quality of life, that I just go up there to be thankful to the Lord every day.
Yeah.
That's when I leave the house in the morning. I leave around 6:30, and my first stop, the grotto. Every day, 7 days a week. Say a few prayers for a lot of people and enjoy it.
And you take prayer requests too.
Well, you know, I light candles all the time up there. And I lit one for her the other day when she was in Spain, hoping like heck she'd make it back.
That's right.
Sure enough, had bad luck, she did.
Oh, Dad!
The candle blew out too late, didn't it?
Had to throw that in.
I know it. I wanted, before we wrap up with this first section, Chris, I want to say this. What I love about the holidays with both you and Mom is when all of us are there and it's total chaos in the house, all the way down to the little babies crawling everywhere. We'll have a new one there to love on by Christmas this year. You always stop at Christmas and say you love to just stop and listen to the noise and just watch everybody.
I love to see everybody having a good time.
Yeah.
Now, we've got a living room that was built on our house. It's probably as big as the whole house is. And when I was building that, I asked my wife, what is your problem here? Why is this big room? Well, you know what? We enjoy it every Christmas. Been enjoying it for 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Built it back in the mid-'70s.
Wow.
Yeah.
And been enjoying it ever since.
Everybody just gathers right there.
Just everything happened right there. Christmas Day is a great day
Oh, I
in
bet
my
it is.
house.
I'll bet it is.
Great day.
Can't beat
Ask
that.
my daughter what she thinks about Christmas.
What do you think about Christmas, Jackie?
It's so great. It truly is, and it's just so much fun. My mom is an amazing cook, and it's about the grandkids and the great grands. And Dad, there is no doubt in my mind we're going to just blink, and a great grand's going to come, and it's going to be awesome. But you've been a great role model for all of us. I couldn't ask for a better father. So to be able to have you on the show for Father's Day, it's pretty special.
Glad to be here.
Pretty special.
I'm glad
to
you're
be
here
here.
too. All right. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Jackie, thank you for that story. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to talk more Father's Day and
Yes.
father stuff right after this. Stay right there. Yay!
At 4 Stars Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, we take pleasure in the simple things, like an easy, no-hassle buying experience, simple, transparent pricing, and the smile on the face of another lifelong customer. And with the largest volume of cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, the only thing that won't be simple is choosing which one you want to drive home. When it comes to finding your next vehicle, the choice is simple. 4 Stars Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
It's the season at 4 Stars.
Medicare can be confusing. That's why it's important to have a locally born and raised expert to help you understand all your options. I'm Colby Bustacco, and I'm ready to serve you. Medicare changes every year, and that's why it's important to review the changes annually. I understand that everyone's needs are different. That's why I work hard to tailor a plan specifically for you, your family, and your lifestyle. That's the Bustacco way, more personal, more thoughtful, and more trusted.
Welcome back to the social space. We all applaud. I'm Chris, that's Jackie, that's Andrew. This is Mike Hardison. Hi. And we are continuing our Father's Day theme as we go. That's what you do when you talk about a theme.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Or you just don't know what to do
What
with
do I do with my hands?
Yeah, Ricky Bobby, just put him down. You'll be all right. Okay, let's talk about you. Tell us about you and your company, and tell us about your kids.
All right, yeah. So those are easy subjects. to
Good.
talk about.
Yeah.
I have a home care agency called No Place Like Home, Senior Care Services. We've been in business here in Wichita Falls for 6.5 years,
Uh-huh.
and it's been great. My wife and I started that, and we have 3 children, a child by choice, which is what I call it. He was my first kid, Zachary, and he's actually 33 this month.
All right.
Yep. So, and then I have a son named Colin, who is 24, and he's in school and just currently getting ready this month to move to San Marcos. So we're a little upset about that because he's going to be gone, so we won't see him as much. And then we have a beautiful 9-year-old daughter named Isabella, and she's just wonderful.
Yeah, I think she's back there eating some chocolate balls.
She's having chocolate. Like I said, I love family so much that I have one every decade. There you go. Yes. So yeah, kids in the 20s, 30s, and 40s.
That really is like 3
awesome.
different generations.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And that's 3 different fathers.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's 3 different versions of myself.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
Well,
love
I'm
it.
so grateful that you're on this show today,
Yeah.
Mike. When we were, lining and getting this up, we were thinking of 2 fathers that we'd love to have on the show. You were the very first one Victoria and I thought
you.
of. So when I reached out to you, you were gracious to say yes.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank
Your life took an unexpected turn a little over a year ago. And tell us what you feel you've learned from that experience and how that changed your role as being a father.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a blessing really to be here. I do a lot of different things in life, and the one thing I hope when I'm gone is that my kids say, I was a good father.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was quite an unexpected turn when we lost my wife, but I wouldn't say I've learned so much just specifically from that situation about my role as a father with my kids as much as just my role as a human being, right? But how that kind of relates to my children and what I would like other people to have a better understanding of is the fact that I really, I had great parents growing up, but I was never told to seek out happiness. It was more follow the path that is going to get you the most accomplishment, right? We were raised to do good in this endeavor or try to succeed in this endeavor, always try to be better at something, right? And I think over the last year especially, it has really been a real focus of mine to teach my kids that you don't know what's going to happen in life, right? You don't know. You can spend all your time focusing on your job or your hobbies or your activities, whatever you do, but you should really focus on what makes you happy, because the money can come in lots of different ways, but you don't get time back. You don't get the time that you would be able to spend with your loved ones once they're gone. And I just really think that's a major focus in our lives right now is just be happy. Just whatever makes you happy, just go after that, Don't worry about the finances and the accomplishments and those things. Just, those will come. Those will come if you just seek out what's truly your passion.
Yeah.
So, and we're very fortunate if your passion also is a great career, right? I mean, I can tell you're so passionate about your job, and so I think that's the big focus for us right now.
Wow.
That's
a
awesome.
great answer.
He kind of answered the question.
I don't know. I think, I don't know, but I think if he had young father standing in front of him.
Okay. Yeah. So, Mike, if you were to tell a new father some advice, what would that be?
Well, yeah, that's probably a big part of it right there.
Yeah.
And I would say that maybe not get so caught up in your child being a grade of your parenting, right? Like, don't worry so much about all the little things, like, making sure that they're, I know this is going to sound a little counterintuitive, but maybe not worry so much about all the little, getting in trouble for talking too much in class, or not getting their grades, to the level that you expect. Those things, they just kind of work themselves out. And
this is making me feel a lot better. I've got a 6-year-old named Quinn.
Yeah. Well, listen, my boys are gonna watch this and go, who is this guy? Where did he come from? But kind of like I mentioned earlier, I've had children in 3 different versions of myself, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I thought I was supposed to be, was push them to be as successful and as accomplished as possible. And I missed out on a lot of just have fun, right? Just enjoy your life, enjoy your time together. I think being a dad is really difficult, and I've talked about this before with people, that I think mothers have the most important job, but I think that there's a little bit of an underappreciation for how difficult being a father is, because there's not a lot of unconditional love for a father. You have to provide, you have to support, you have to do these things. And so we have this difficulty, I think, with balancing between unconditional love and tough love, right? Accepting your kids for who they are and what they are, and pushing them to be better, right? And working as much as you can to provide for them, while also spending as much time with them as you can and teaching them to provide for themselves, And that's a real tough thing to balance, and if you mess up in either direction, it's like there's a lot of scrutiny involved with that, And so I think that's probably the thing, is just to say, hey, don't get maybe caught up in the weeds of, raising your children quite so much. Just enjoy it, enjoy it for who they are and what they are, and just let them be great humans,
I think that's a key line. Just let them be great
Let them be
humans.
great humans.
What's that sign that you realized as an adult that you watched your parents grow up as you grew up as well?
Yeah.
I mean, it does. I think that holds true with what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that it's a learning experience the whole way around.
Yeah, it really is.
So to wrap up this segment, if you could describe being a father in one word to you, what word would that be?
It won't come as much of a shock to many people that know me. I don't know if I can say one word. I'd say balance is a big one, just that whole balance. But really, it's a blessing too. I think that's one more aspect of it, is I think if we understand how much we can learn from our children versus what we think they're supposed to learn from us.
Right.
I learn something all the time from my kids, and I'm a better person because of them.
Right.
Yeah. So,
That's such a great answer.
What a differing variety of fathers we have seen in the last 25
I mean,
minutes.
that first one had to get back out to the
Well,
bar.
he did, and he had to get back to the
walked
beer in
in
his
and said, I
veins.
got 5 minutes and I got to get in the truck.
well, he makes me feel better about having beer.
There we go.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, that's a Windthorst thing.
Yeah, for
A little
sure.
beer, a lot of milk,
Wait, hey,
makes the world
beer
go
and
round.
milk. I mean,
Does a body good. Right? All of it.
Oh my gosh, what a joy to have you,
Yeah,
Mike.
thanks.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
guys.
for sharing your wisdom
Absolutely.
with us.
Appreciate you.
I love that.
awesome.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Happy Father's
Thank
Day.
you. Thanks. Happy
You bet.
Father's
All
Day,
right,
you guys.
we're going to take a break, and when we come back,
Yay.
we're all going to get a paintbrush or a pencil or a pen and some canvas, and we're going to fight it out. Stay with us.
Four incredible radio stations. That's who we are. We are Town Square Media, and we bring the best of radio to the North Texas area. Wake up early with News Talk 1290. That's us. How about Kelly Raspberry on 92.9 NIN? Yep, that's us. Bringing you the best of country with 102.3 The Bull. That's us. And rocking it all day long with 106.3 The Buzz. That's us. We are Town Square Media, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the Social Space.
Welcome back to the social space. We're clapping because we're doing, but it's with art.
That's right.
Figure that out. You're gonna in a second. I'm Chris. That's Jackie. There's Andrew. This is Bob Barrow. Bob, the art battle's coming up again. You've been on before, and we talked about art battles. They're really cool. So tell us about you and your association with them. I want to know.
Okay, the Wichita Falls Art Association, where it started way back, 70th anniversary, we found out about Art Battle, and so we started it to promote the arts in the town and to promote artists.
Sure.
And it just kind of blossomed into a great
Well,
big
I'm
thing.
going to say it blossomed because of you, because
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
due diligent.
You got a lot to do
I
with it.
mean, Bob,
You got a lot to do
you're
with it.
relentless.
No quitting, Bob.
Bob does not quit. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna
I
get
know
him one of these
personally
days.
there's no quitting, Bob.
Yeah, there you go.
But it led to
Okay.
Yeah.
this year, as far as promoting artists, Jessie Baggett went to Daytona Beach. One, she's been the state champion in Texas for 2 years.
Wow.
This year, she went and won the national tournament in Daytona Beach.
Wow.
So she's the national art battle champion for the next year, and she has a buy-in to go in and paint next year.
Wow.
And she's from Wichita Falls?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Sorry.
from Oklahoma, but yeah, I mean,
Okay.
she was at Midwestern. She graduated. That's where I met her, at Midwestern.
Okay.
They're from Oklahoma.
Okay.
Lou Baggett, her mother is painted in it too,
Okay.
which is really
So talk to us about the new one coming up. When is the
Oh,
next
yeah.
art
okay.
battle?
It's different. It's on a Friday,
Okay.
June the 23rd, and we have Local Zero playing pre-show music. It's going to be out at Legends Roadhouse, which, for some of you people, remember the MB Corral.
Yep.
The Miller Brothers, they had a band. Elvis has been there. Tina has been there.
Wow.
I
Yep.
danced to Louie Louie with the Kingsmen in the 60s and did the gator on the floor.
You got to be in
It's
that
gonna
demo of 60 Till Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a
remember.
historical old music building.
Yes.
And Cassie and Matt are revamping and trying to get it back up.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
And it's a really neat thing. So the stage will be on the dance floor. There'll be food. There'll be a bar. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope, because it's close to the military, that a bunch of military people will come.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
I think this is a great avenue for the military, because they're going to move somewhere.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And either themselves for recreation or as an artist, they may go somewhere and find a home that they wouldn't have had before.
Right.
True.
And so I think this is a neat thing to get them introduced to it.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do you get tickets?
Go to Eventbrite or artbattle.com.
That's cool.
You know what? If you've not lived till you've been to an art battle.
Yeah, they're
right,
amazing.
Chris?
Yeah, they are amazing. I
Yeah.
love them. I love them. I love when Bob gets on the megaphone or a microphone and tells people to let's go,
Let's
keep
go.
moving.
Yeah.
You're going too slow, keep moving. He does
Yeah.
a great job with that.
Gosh.
Well, we got a couple of people from Henrietta, from Oklahoma, 2 from Oklahoma, and somebody from somewhere. I don't know where they're from.
So where did the funds go to that you raised? What do you do with the money that you raised?
Well, let's see, the artist gets 50% or whatever they sell
Okay.
it for. But what it has allowed us to do, we have had this year 5 events so far where we bring in high school or middle school students and have them have some work in the show thing for a month. They can showcase themselves, and we're trying to gradually build up to where we can get more kid things that we can do, because we're
great.
completely nonprofit. There's not anybody that gets paid anything at the Art Association, so it just helps everything we can to promote the arts.
That is
And if
awesome.
we can get them when they're young, maybe they'll just
Art,
keep
remind
doing
us
it.
of the
Yeah.
date again.
June the 23rd,
Okay.
Friday night. Doors open at 6. Painting starts at 7. You should be out of there probably by 10, but since this place doesn't close till 2, if you want to stay and drink a little iced tea
Or-
afterwards, a little beer, your dad
beer.
can come, then we can stay.
I can probably bet you that my dad was at the MB Corral
I bet he was.
sometime in his lifetime.
Yes.
More than once, I would
You
guess.
think?
I would think. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming back and always promoting this. We love talking about Art Battle,
thank
And happy Father's Day to you, by the
Exactly.
way.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know?
Yes, and my granddaughter will be here. My new granddaughter will be here.
Aw.
So I'll be
awesome.
able to see her.
You gonna take her to art battle?
She won't be here for that.
Probably too young to really enjoy it.
Yeah, she'd be crawling around. She'd probably eat the paint.
Oh gosh.
Well, listen, for all those fathers who are out there watching, hope you had a great day with your kids and your grandkids and your great grands, and
Yeah.
just
This
remember.
is a great idea for you to have this on Father's Day. for all
Yeah,
these
thank you
people
for
that come.
saying that.
And
Well,
your
I'm
dad's
surrounded
really
by
neat, yeah.
3 fathers. My dad is just a glorious mess. I adore every bone in his body. He is.
We see where you come from.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that there is beer in our kitchen, Bob?
There's beer in your blood. Yeah. You don't know it, but there is, because it came from him.
Yes, it did.
All right, thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank
and
you.
thank you for being
Yes.
with us on this really cool special edition Father's Day Robert Steinberger show of Social Space, and we will see you next Sunday.
Yay!
This is a problem. That grind, that click, that constant leak. Whatever it is, you heard it last year, and you probably put it on your to-do list. Ah, the famous to-do list. Well, that list gets long, and so do the days. But your AC still needs a tune-up. You could wait for that first triple-digit degree day.
We're talking about consecutive days of triple-digit heat.
Or you could call
James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing. This is Laura.
Hey Laura, good to see you again. We don't like 102-degree weather, but we're climbing the ladder. We don't prefer hanging out in the crawl space, but we're down there chasing the lead. And we don't like when your AC has problems, but we like to fix them. James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing.